what we're going to do is have everybody stay centered, and then we'll try to go ahead and spread out a little bit. Has everybody had a chance, in the other room I mentioned this, and half of you weren't there, I think most of you might have had a chance to see Danny Lenny's video. Have you seen that? His Warzone, where he's with Todd, and then doing their techniques? Fantastic. If you were a casting director, and they took one of the segments off that, and they sent it to a director, I think both of them might be hired. The guy was actually doing the techniques, and of course Todd, who's reacting, he would get hired too, because how wonderful it looks. So very important. It's your reaction again that's more important than the actual technique. And even when I played the bad guy in this last movie, I was shocked how often I didn't have to do a lot of reactions. Because being the bad guy doesn't lose until the end of the movie. And I went, oh, I thought I was taking a lot of abuse the whole movie. And I went, no, this is the best movie I've done because the bad guy wins all his fights. At the end of the movie, then he has to do his reaction. And I went, so this is great for me. I got to beat up most people the whole movie, and then at the end I get whatever. So we're going to do 101 basic stuff in here. We're going to spread out a little bit. I want you to relax, warm up your neck a little bit, circular, get your shoulders loosened up. We don't want you to pull a muscle. Usually the next day you guys wake up and you do these drills, your neck's a little sore because you have to react. You have to whip your head back to the center position. So here we go. Very basic like this. I've got Todd in front of me. And if I'm doing a sequence with Todd, and the first move I do is I do a punch. I'm going to throw a punch. My second move is a kick to his head. So I'm going to throw a punch, and now I'm going to do a kick. Now watch him do it the wrong way. Just keep your head that direction over there. So now I throw my technique, he reacts, and now when I throw my kick, he's not looking. He doesn't even see it coming. How can he react if he doesn't see it coming? So that's the 101 of basic reaction. You have to be able to take your head, and when I do the technique, boom, he's got to be able to snap back in a way with his whole body and shoulders and look for the second technique. Now, this, of course, is how we're trained in here, straight techniques. And in here, very seldom do we ever do this. It looks better on film. So this is not 101 karate, this is 101 film. And what looks better on film is more dynamic. And this is very dynamic too, when you can throw a strong punch and pull it back. But it's dynamic when you wind up your punch, you go, ah! And you throw anything circular, even the back leg, circular, you can really get some torque out of it and it looks bigger on screen like that. So what we're going to do is make sure, and this is one of the first things that happens on the set, usually people get hit because they think you have to be too close with your reactions. And the camera doesn't see that. You can miss each other this far. So usually when you tell, don't get too close, tell everybody, be careful, don't get too close. So in a minute we're going to have you pair up. But right now all we're doing is I'm going to say, ready everybody, react that direction, and I'm going to throw a punch like this, and you're going to react that to me. Then with my left hand, I'm going to throw a punch at all of you. All of us react together. And then the third reaction, so you're going left and right, third one will be straight back, and as I punch straight back, reaction like that. And like Mr. Lane said, Danny said there's different degrees of how you react. If it's a jab, you don't fall back 10 feet, of course. If it's a powerful punch, your reaction will be greater. So sometimes I'll jab you, and I just want to see your reaction snap, maybe here. If I throw a strong punch, maybe more dynamic, kind of a head snap. But the whole body has to snap when you're being hit. And then the fourth one, so we'll go, I'll go right, and I'll go left, I'll hit you straight, or I might even jab you. The last one's the body punch. In the body, what you're trying to do is you want to have your shoulders and your body kind of suck in as you do that. You don't want to bend, because when you bend over, again, you lose eyesight of your partner. So do it the wrong way. Let me see you bend straight down. And that's too good. Do it the wrong way. Bend straight down. Yeah, see now he just bends straight down here. We want to see the body react in here. I want to see you can use your hands, just react. And again, never ever react without a facial expression. It's like saying, well, I'm going to do my katas, my forms, my karate school 50% speed. But when I test, I promise you, I'll just turn it on and I'll somehow do it. It doesn't work that way, does it? You have to train with the same intensity that you're going to display in a film. And that's one-on-one in here. That's why doing those reactions when you fall are very important. You just can't fall and say, well, I'll put my facial later. It doesn't work that way. When you try to put the reactions, it throws you off key. You just forget what you're doing. So, everybody's faces, please, in here. You kind of hold your hand. It doesn't matter. Any kind of stance you want to have. And what we'll do is I'll start like this. I'm going to throw a punch like this or like this. It doesn't matter. And let me see you do your reaction. Try to keep your body nice and light. And I want to see you react to the technique. You ready? Here goes. Ready? And down. Good job. Now, can't turn your back to me. Because right now, we got more fighting to do. I hit you the first one. Now I'm going to hit you with my left hand. I can't believe you're still up. You haven't dropped yet. So now, I'm going, gee, well, these guys got to take punch. Now I'm going to punch you straight with the right hand. In fact, it's a jab. This is just a jab. Now, two big reactions only from a jab. Ready? Pow! And now, you guys are taking me off. I'm going to really give you a power drive right here. Ready? Now, you're still on your feet. And maybe you doze a little bit because I hit you every which way. And now you're up. And now I'm just going to power. I'm going to come straight up in here. I'm going to lift you up. Now, if I lift you up, you have to go up, don't you? I'm going to pick you up. So you have to really get that body control. Ready? And you're going to body punch. And down. Very good. Nice. Now, of course, kids are in movies, women, men, all sizes, all shapes. So this is very important for everybody. You must have the know where the camera is at all times. So if the camera is there, I'd have to actually step like this and go and hit you like that. Because I'd have to hide my fist over here past your head and come this direction. So be conscious. If you want to put the camera behind them over there, stand over there, and here. Now, I can now hit you this side like this, and here looks like a hit, and in here. But if I'm here, that's a miss. So now I can't stand it. I can't go this direction. So put the camera someplace, do your little segments, because we're going to do a lot of these. Do your segment, but tell me exactly where the camera is when you're doing it. In here. Let me see one. I want you to watch one. Here, you're doing one. Let me see you do yours. What are you doing your...
right guard to left cross and get the second.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see this one right here.
You got this second. Oh, it's me.
One more time. So I'm the camera right here. Hit, hit, hit. Hit, hit, hit. Print. Print means good. Let's go to the next scene. Second, and you continue. If there was a miss in there, then they go stop, let's do it again. So the camera was here. Now, when you're doing your kicks, this doesn't look as good as this. You have to extend your legs out to make it look good on film. Well, no, my style is choppy. My style is this. No, this is not karate, this is film. And what you have to do is you have to extend your legs, extension, to give them some distance. And watch my body when I kick. I move my body when I kick. I telegraph my body when I kick. You don't ever do that when you're sparring. What happens if I go, excuse me? Here I come. But how many times have you Van Damme use his hands?
All the time.
Of course, that sells. It makes it look good. And then, I does all the other stuff he does. All right, keep working with your partner. Very nice, David.
Come to here. We're going to have a series of things. I know you guys have come to study both martial arts and we're going to tie them together. When we're finished, you're going to have a good correlation in both. Okay? You're going to get a chance to see something that a lot of camps don't get to see, and do some stuff that a lot of camps don't get to do for less than $500-600 a pop. Okay? And I'm not trying to bring the money issue, but I'm just letting you know. We have an airbag that I think, except I don't think you're going to let children, right? Am I wrong or right? We'll have to play that by ear, depending on the size of the child. But if you've never jumped into an airbag, it's a lot of fun, number one. We're not going to go, off the top of the ceiling, but it's like taking a big break fall with a big marshmallow. Kind of fun. But you'll get the feel for it, and also you'll be able to put that on your resume for those of you that want to continue your careers in the martial arts field related to movies. Okay, So you say, well, yeah, I fell into an airbag, 10 foot, and you have that on there. Now, they know that you're not inexperienced to do something like that. Number two, Mike Jones and Ted, what's your last name? Batch. Ted Batchelor. Ted is probably one of the best fire burn guys in the country, at least in the top 5, and I consider that anyhow. And he's been totally engulfed in flames. Mike Jones has been his student now for the last 6 to 8 months, and he's been teaching Mike how to do that. And they're going to do a fire burn for you today, which has not been seen at any of our previous camps ever. Okay, so it's kind of especially on a day like today, you can just run outside and get it out, but it's going to be a kind of a really neat sight for you to see. And if it burns, it burns.
Not something you want to try at home either.
No, but you can see, you've seen it done in movies. There's Best of the Best is coming up very shortly. It's to be released with Simon Reed and everybody. And you'll see a lot of, there's a couple burns in there, isn't there? Okay.
A lot of exposure.
A lot of explosion. But you'll see how some of this happens and what a person has to go through in the movie to have this done to them. So, I don't know if anybody wants to go to the drink so hard, but make your way up to the lunchroom. At 1 o'clock, be back here, prepared to do some falls and see something spectacular, and then also start doing some good martial arts techniques right after lunch, okay?